Hello everyone, it's Cribini and Tina. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's just having a wonderful day and that your day is going great and that you're in the best of health. Today we're talking about COVID-19. And now Tina, you have some facts. What are those facts that you have?
Well, actually I have some facts and questions because there's some new facts that have come out recently. And we want to keep updated to the most recent, right? The most accurate facts. So now they're saying that the U.S. death toll is more than twice as high that of the country with the second highest death rate, which right now is Brazil. So the U.S. is has had twice as many deaths as Brazil. And I know that you said you saw on the news that the Europe countries have banned Americans. So we've been getting a lot of people writing in that are on their way here and are afraid that the DR has or will ban U.S. travelers. We have absolutely no idea. That will be we'll tell you when we hear about it kind of deal.
All right.
The government out here hasn't announced anything like that. But anyway. So the U.S. represents 4% of the world population.
Okay.
But 25% of all the corona cases in the world are in the U.S. Why do you think that is?
25 in the U.S.
25%.
You know why? Because everybody's doing what everybody wants to do when everybody get ready to do it. We got a problem against everything. We got a problem against staying home. We got a problem against social distancing. We got a problem against wearing masks. So everybody's doing their own thing when they get ready to do it because nobody can tell them what to do no matter what's happening in the world.
Right. And the health office warned that February, now we're talking February, the beginning of the year February, we're now in July officially. February was a crucial time to contain the virus, and that the U.S. missed that window. So now, Health and Human Services are saying that they gave a similar warning just last week again to the U.S.
Oh my goodness.
That the window is closing
Wow.
for the U.S. to get the pandemic under control. The stats right now are over 1,000 Americans die every day in the United States from coronavirus. That means they're averaging 1,039 deaths per day. To date, coronavirus has killed nearly 126,000 people in the U.S. since the first reported death in February. The numbers have risen from the end of May when an average of fewer than 900 people were dying. What do you think about that? Is it fake?
This is terrible. You know what? Like we always say on this channel, numbers do not lie. And we know a few people that's actually working in the medical hospital industry, okay? And there's a female that we know that we used to contact her, and she used to, post on Facebook. Now we can't get a word out of her because she's completely busy with all those patients in Arizona.
Yes. Now, did you know more Americans have died from coronavirus to date than died combined from the Vietnam War, the Korean War, the Iraq, and Afghanistan wars combined? All, 4 of those wars took the lives of only 116,516 Americans. We've had over 125,000 deaths from COVID.
This is ridiculous. Now, we talking about wars. I mean, we lost thousands of soldiers
116
in these wars, and now we have a pandemic that people are laughing about, they're joking about, and saying, "Give us our rights."
And that young kids, so Americans ages 18 to 29, are now accounting for almost 18% of those cases.
And and that was. I was doing. I had put that in my notes the other day. It's hitting. This pandemic is hitting
everyone.
The younger ages, in a alarming rate that I never thought. I just thought this was just for people that's 50 and over. Okay.
Well, they said 65 and up account for the other 78.9%. of the coronavirus deaths. But because of the surges in Arizona, Florida, and Texas, then now 18% is the younger.
See, so now everything was lax. These young people was out on the beaches, they was on the bars, they was hanging out, doing what they want to do, no social distancing, no mask, just having a good time. One guy had the goal to say, hey, if you don't want the virus, just stay home. Okay? So you telling people you don't want the virus, stay home, but you out there with no mask, no protection, talking to your friends, all hugged up, drinking, having a conversation, slobbing on one another, and you go home and you give it to your family. Okay? This is really, really crazy. And education is very important. People need to wake up and smell the coffee because it's brewing. A lot of people are dying. A lot of people are going to the grave sites, okay? Because whole families, generations of people dying like it's nobody's business. And this is nuts. Now, Tina, I want to ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Since you're here with me, you're not actually on film, but you're actually here with me. And I want to ask you, because they got like more cases now showing up at hospitals and the IC units. Mm-hmm. Now, this medication,
remdesivir.
Remdesivir, okay? People don't realize how expensive this medication costs, okay? So, just the regular out-of-pocket cost.
And that's with good insurance, correct?
That's with good insurance. It's $3,100.
And that's for a 5-day treatment. And the average, they said, is like, what, 2 weeks or more?
Or more. So you can imagine. I'm thinking, Tina, a 5-day treatment is about $9,000.
You mean 3 weeks?
Oh, 3 weeks. $9,306. Okay, and I'm thinking this, 3 weeks, 5 days, 3 weeks, $9,306. Now, these people gonna get these bills, and you gotta take these bills home with you, and they want you to make good on these bills, because if you don't, you got those people that's gonna be calling your house 24/7, 365 until you start making some type of payment on that bill.
Well, did you also know, not to take away from the money, but that Black Americans are more than twice as likely as whites to die from coronavirus? They say right now to date, 26,747 Black Americans have died from coronavirus. It's roughly killing 1 in every 1,500 Black Americans that you know in the USA. And they say by comparison, white America has died 1 in every 3,600. Why do you think that is?
I'm thinking it's because of poor health.
Pre-existing conditions?
Pre-existing conditions, okay? Things that was wrong with them, things that they were on medication for, and this thing just really agitated, took over, and took them out.
So do you know how much of the percent of the population is Black right now? It's 12%.
12%.
And the coronavirus death rate is 2.3 times higher in Blacks than it even is in white, Asian American. And then it's twice as high for Blacks than Latinos, even though the Latinos we're next on the list because we got the second highest death rate, but it's not as high as the Blacks. Blacks 2.3, Black Americans.
So it's almost like this thing came in.
I'll tell you, Hispanics do have pre-existing conditions because I mean we have the whole blood pressure, eating too much fried food,
right.
Lack of fresh food quality because of money and things like that in the inner cities. I would believe that. I believe that.
Wow. So, was that a 10?
Oh no! Now we get to your favorite thing. Since mid-March, 47.3 million workers have filed, and they're not even caught up yet, for first-time unemployment benefits. The U.S. economy had its worst quarter since the 2008 recession, since mid-March. And we are in July, and the numbers are going up. How you like that unemployment number?
Now, see, this is really what gets under Creamine's skin, is because you're not hearing this a lot in your news. You're just hearing the numbers are good, people are going back to work. They're not telling you how many small businesses have shut their doors and they will never open those doors ever again. Generational businesses. Go ahead, Tina.
And the worst isn't over.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
36 U.S. states reported a rise in cases of corona. So I'm assuming that's going to now. They said just as states were beginning to reopen after lockdowns, over a dozen states have further eased their restrictions and now are going backwards. So now they're putting the restrictions back up, closing down, and are requiring masks to be worn in public.
See? So 1 minute.
That's going to affect unemployment.
Yeah.
You're open, you're closed. You're open,
you're closed. Now, we keep hearing rumors about this, a second stimulus, but there's nothing in writing yet because we don't know how this thing is going to go.
Right.
So we just got to play the wait and see. But I can assure you now, a lot of people are thinking about different ways how to take care of their families, how to make money, because the normal ways are out the window now.
So it would be a good time to watch that video that we released about remote online working.
Yeah, because you just can't sit around and do nothing and expect Uncle Sam to come to the rescue. Because if he was going to come to the rescue, he would have came already. I noticed like these other countries, they taking care of their people. From Canada to those other countries, they taking care of their people because the epidemic happened or the pandemic happened, and now they being able to come back stronger. Businesses open up, okay? And that's just how it is. I don't know why we send all this money over to take care of other countries in their emergency, and we can't even keep sending money on our own shores to take care of our own people.
Well, I'll tell you this. Europe, I think, did the smartest thing by banning American travelers because as the numbers rise, the number of, the percentage of infected people rise, meaning that if you put those people on the plane and then they arrive in your country, you are opening the cesspool. You're just like opening, I called it the floodgates to hell, because you're just letting in all these people who possibly could or will infect everyone in your country. And I think it's a matter of time that other countries take note, because a lot of people play off of what they first see other huge countries doing it are doing.
Right.
And then we'll see if there's more countries that come on the bandwagon and say, yes, Americans have a disregard, and we will ban them.
You know, I'm
afraid they're banning them in their own city. Your state, New York, and even letting people from other countries, other states come in until they do a 14-day quarantine.
They see a license plate. Their license plate from Florida. Okay, get ready to do a 14-day isolation
or turnaround,
or turn you around until you go back where you came from. The whole script flipped, Tina, because before, when overseas had the pandemic in China, we closed our borders to them. So now it's like almost like the thing is flipping in the opposite direction.
Well, because we didn't learn. when China did that whole entire shutdown, people started banning them. They went on a complete shutdown.
Yeah.
And even though people say, well, they instituted almost martial law, they did what they did to protect their people. And now their numbers are low. Americans don't have the same regard. Keep with your civil rights. You're going to be with your civil rights right in the U.S.
Well, before I end this video, and I know a lot of you got tickets to come, to fly to the Dominican Republic, other places, other countries. I'm hoping that we don't have the borders shut to America.
I don't think we will. I think, like I told you, it's
That's what I'm hoping.
Nah, it's going to take a while. It's the incubation. If you look at all of the hot spots and when they hit and this and that, use Memorial Day as a point of reference and then look. It's taken at least 3 to 4 weeks. So if they have opened borders today, which they have, planes arrive today, July 1st.
July 1st.
And then they will continue to arrive. You still have to give it that month. So the month of July, everything will be all good in the hood. And then we will see where we land as far as infections and deaths in August. And then I think, but this is just my prediction, I think they're going to either slow down or stop again, and they're going to put in a curfew again, and they could possibly limit restrictions when they see that what it's brought, because I don't think that any amount of tourism or money is worth the lives lost.
Right.
So when you come out here, please pack your patience, pack your common sense, and pack your decency for humanity. Please make sure to wear masks at all times. Bring your hand sanitizers, clean up after yourself, and stay away from social settings. Stay away from crowds. Remain social distancing. Use your brain. That's all I have to say.
And also the ones that are flying to San Domingo, that's the hot spot. I just want to keep reminding everybody that.
Yes, they're number one.
There's a hot spot. So thank you, Tina. And one more thing I want to mention before I end the video, that I got a question. People is asking about transporting pets to the Dominican Republic. We already did a video on that.
I think it was on the old channel.
On an old channel.
If they look up Eric Mariani, they can find that.
Yeah, just look up Eric Mariani. You guys can find the information on that. Every country is different. Every airline is different.
All you do is go to the website, the USDA website for the United States.
Right.
And it'll tell you like all the procedures, and then it gives you links to the countries you want to go to.
Right. Okay. But still, no. People wants to know: do they have to pay when they put their pet on the airplane? And they have to call that airline.
Yeah, you have to reach out to the airline.
Reach out to the airline. So whether you're flying JetBlue, Spirit, American Airlines, whether it be, they all have different fees. You got to do that because they need to know that their animal is on that plane before that plane takes off.
And you actually are supposed to call, I think it's 24 to 48 hours before your flight, to make sure that it's still okay for that pet to be on there, because there's only a certain amount of pets that are allowed on each flight. That's part of what most airlines will tell you. Very important. You wait till last minute, you're screwed. Okay? Make sure you handle your business. Okay? Have the paperwork, have your records and everything. Make sure that your animals got all your shots and everything, and you should be good. But I'm just saying, you got to check those airlines so they know that you're traveling with that pet and that everything is good. You won't get there and they'll turn you around. Okay, and don't forget, you still got a fee when you come to San Domingo. That's the only airport that you can bring a pet in this country. San Domingo is the only airport. Okay, and they charge you 10 American dollars. Okay, so have that ready for them. They will take that money if you don't. Cash. And they want cash. Cash is king. So thank you, Tina. Hope you guys, like I said, have a great day. Be safe and listen at the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. So in the meantime, between the time, always remember, life to be enjoyed. Hit that description, notification, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.